Miata. Haven't seen those for a while. Oh, okay. Slow start. Ooh, Challenger. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the KS Moto Cafe. As you can tell, it is windy today. I'm actually on my way to the Harley dealership once again to do my 1,000 mile maintenance service, and if I didn't have to do that, I would not be riding right now. Which got me thinking about the topic for this week's episode is what conditions I would not ride my motorcycle in. Really, it comes down to the safety of my own confidence on the road. Having the right gear that you wear, and as well as the maintenance of your vehicle, you could go out in any type of conditions. I've seen a picture of a Harley Street 750 modified to ride in the snow, like a snow sled, which was pretty sweet. But yeah, like if you don't have the skill sets or experience to ride in the suboptimal type of weather, it's best that you avoid it until you build up that experience so you can be safer on the road. So let's press that intro button and let's get going. So yeah, like right now it's wet, it's windy, but I'm still riding out because checking on the weather system, it's not too bad, and my gear and equipment is optimal for this type of riding, as well as my riding experience has elevated slightly since I first got my bike, and I'm able to test myself out. But with that said, if you're new to this channel, know that I'm still a beginner rider. I'm about 3.5 months in riding this motorcycle, which is a Harley 2020 883, and I do a monthly giveaway to my subscribers, $25 to Revzilla or Fort9. So let's go back to the topic. My first condition that I don't ride my motorcycle in, obviously, is freezing temperature. I don't know how to handle black ice on a motorcycle. I'm not even sure if I can handle it properly on a four-wheeled vehicle, especially when you go on black ice. But I have more chance of survival on a car than my motorcycle. So if I look at the temperature and it's below 0 degrees, even though it's sunny outside, I will try to avoid it, just because I know my limits. Black ice is something that you can't really see. Kind of looks like a road snake's, just kind of a dark pattern on the road or a wet patch, but obviously being below 0 degrees Celsius, it's frozen and icy. And if you ever been on ice without skates, you kind of know what it feels like to slip and not have control. My second condition that I don't ride in is when the winds are beyond 30 knots. So right now we're pretty close. Like I can feel the wind pushing me from my crosswinds, and the motorcycle definitely gets pushed as I ride. It's almost a similar feeling as the wind vacuum that you feel when you ride next to a semi-truck on the highway. So as a new rider, anything above 30 knots, I'd rather stay home or drive in my car and see another day. It helps that I do have a heavier motorcycle, which is about 560 pounds, and if you have a lighter vehicle like a dual sport, I think you'll definitely be pushed around a lot. And if you get that unexpected wind hitting you from the crosswinds, which is off to the side, it might tip you over or keep you off balance when you're doing your cornering. So because of that, I kind of avoid it, and it doesn't happen too often, so it's all right. My last and third condition that I don't ride in is when it's super foggy outside. Living on the west coast with the mountains and the seaside, it fogs up pretty easily here, and if you've ever been stuck in a fog before, it's pretty scary. especially if you don't know what's in front of you, or if the person behind you doesn't know what's in front of them, which could be me. So with that said, like I try to avoid it. Usually it dissipates within a couple hours or so. So what's the rush, right? Like, it's motorcycle is about having fun. There's no point of me rushing into danger zone. Danger zone! So those are my 3 conditions that I don't ride in. There's obviously other conditions out there that will probably persuade me not to ride, but it's not a showstopper for me. Like rain, if you have the right rain suit and your tires are well maintained and it has good traction, like, rain shouldn't really stop you. It does play into effect of morale. Being wet doing any activity other than water activity is pretty shitty. Any fool can be cold and wet, so it's definitely something that you have to prepare for. And I have my preparation kit. I have my rain jacket and pants that I bought from Costco in my backpack. So if it does rain really badly, I put those on so that people on the road can see me first as safety precaution, and as well as that I'm not wet and miserable. I think the other conditions out there are obviously snow, but snow plays into a temperature factor for me, obviously. So if it's below 0 degrees, the chances of it snowing is pretty high. And then for those people that live in the hurricane area or tropical storm locations, obviously that's something that I don't really get to experience, thank goodness. But I'm sure if that's the case, and that would be one of my top lists as well. So those are my top 3 conditions that I would not ride in. So for the guys who've been riding their motorcycle for a while or have a lot of experience, comment below on what conditions you would not ride in and give me a why, because I would like to know, and maybe there's something that I should know about. So that was it, short and sweet of the topic I wanted to talk about today on my ride safe. And for everyone else out there watching this, if you have not subscribed, do subscribe and comment below so you can enter the draw for my $25 giveaway, which I'll be announcing for the month of February in 2 weeks' time. As always, thanks for watching. Peace.